Hi, Becca here, and this is ALifeLearned. Today I wanted to talk to everyone about something rather relevant to the holidays as well as this video. I actually didn't really want to do it because I was starting to develop a lot of stress and anxiety around feeling like I had to do it. And I wanted to talk to everyone about how I've learned to prioritize my stress and anxiety and decide when I really should be applying it and when I shouldn't. And so the way this is applicable to the holidays in particular is that I notice a lot of people are really good at prioritizing things like buying their groceries over a new dress, of course, but not so good at prioritizing things such as how to spend their spare time or whether they should give a gift to someone, for example. This is how it relates to the holidays in the sense that a lot of people feel very obligated to go to family events that might not be so fun or to give gifts that they don't really feel they want to give, but they feel they have to give. It's this idea of obligation or expectation, either from others or from yourself. For whatever reason, you expect things of yourself and at the same time don't want to do them. And so this is where I want to offer some tips on what I call micro-prioritizing. And so once you realize that something is causing you stress and anxiety that you feel like you have to do, reflect on how important it really is. Maybe this stress is showing you that you don't really want to do it. If there's one thing that I've learned through therapy as well as personal experience, it's that it's actually really beneficial to respect your own personal needs. And so if that happens to be that you don't feel comfortable going out into big groups of family or sending gifts to people that you don't actually feel for, you don't have a personal connection with, but you just know through someone, then maybe just sending a simple card is better. Or maybe just letting it go. Let it go! Let it go! Alright, enough of that. But anyways, the point remains that it might be worth your while to reprioritize and consider if it should be put on the back burner. So, when it came to this video, I really wanted to do the video because I wanted to stay consistent and I wanted to start to build a regular thing, but I've had so much going on with Christmas, with making gifts and having to go to family stuff and stuff like that. I've been busier than usual, so it became very stressful to build up and to start thinking about how to do a video well. But more importantly, just my fear that I wouldn't do enough research, I wouldn't have enough time to cover all my bases in terms of the subject I wanted to pick. So, in realizing that I definitely wanted to prioritize remaining consistent with my channel and still releasing a video every week, but I also didn't want to be so anxious about having to do this video that I didn't end up doing it at all out of avoidance, because that does happen a lot. I found a lot of people who get so anxious about having to do something that they'll do everything they can to avoid it. Or if they do end up having to go through it, it's absolutely miserable because they never micro-prioritized, is what I call it, where they took the time to think about things they could let go, things that weren't as important. So, I'm still doing this video, but it's not about the original subject I had planned because that was way more in-depth and required way more research. Instead, I'm just releasing a video about basically what I'm going through, which is the idea of still meeting your priorities while also respecting where you can let things go and relax a little. All in all, I just wanted to share with everyone how I've learned this, and I find it very helpful in getting things done. I used to be a lot more avoidant about doing stuff because I was pressuring myself into having to do it. I simply had to, for one reason or another. Even things like cleaning. I didn't want to start the dishes because I absolutely had to finish all of them, or they couldn't be done at all. And now, if I feel like it, if I happen to be tired or what have you, I'll do some of the dishes and leave some for later. Prioritizing. So, just thought this might be a little bit helpful for anyone out there, particularly during your holidays, with everyone pressuring you to come see them and buying them presents. I really feel if you want to buy someone a present, if you found something that you're like, oh, this made me think of this person, that's great, and you're happy to, go for it. But if you're in a situation where you feel you have to buy them a gift out of some kind of weird obligation, whatever it might be, then there's a moment there to reflect on, should you really be buying this gift? If the point of gift giving is because you want to give, then this obligation is removing that desire. It's making it not what it's supposed to be. It's now a job or a task. So it's certainly worth thinking about that maybe you should be more honest with yourself and with others about how you feel obligated and what you actually want to do. Makes things easier in terms of once you decide something is important, you can start weeding out the details that are less important, like this video, for example. It's still a video, but simpler subject. And to anyone celebrating this year, I hope you have a very Merry Christmas. Anyone else, a very happy holiday. Regardless, I do hope you enjoy your holiday and you don't find it overly stressful. For anyone who might have any tips or comments as to how they prioritize or have learned to not overstress about things, please share it below. I'm sure anyone who's watched this video would really appreciate the tips. I hope you have a great day, and please join me next week where I try again to share a little piece of knowledge, something I've learned in life.